I'm the national head of animal welfare, so I oversee all the centres, the running of the centres, and making sure that the animals that come into our care, so when they're removed by our inspectorate, they come into our care in our centres, that they're rehabilitated and then responsibly rehomed in due course. I think we always have struggles because even increase in numbers or a significant raid can knock everything back really quickly, and you have to work fast and quick to make things work, to get the animals in, get them safe, and make sure that they have what they need, whether that be veterinary attention or just general care. But there's a lot of work, a lot of time and a lot of effort goes into that, so that can be quite challenging. 75 years is a great achievement. We've been working boots on the ground for that length of time, and obviously things have expanded and improved as the years have gone on. Now we have 9 inspectors working around the country basically rescuing animals, and they're authorised officers, so they can carry out these duties and remove some of the most cruelly treated animals from the most horrific conditions, and they're able to do that and get them into safety, get them to us. We continue to work what we were doing tirelessly, but at the same time we can expand, we can increase our services, we can increase our capacity, because there's always going to be a need. No matter how many kennels you have, you'll always fill them. And unfortunately that's the face of animal cruelty in this country, and we have to just keep working away, chipping away at that. We always welcome help. We are in receipt of a grant from the government. We're very grateful for it, we put to good work, but we're always looking for ways to increase our fundraising to help us meet our ultimate goal. In an ideal world we wouldn't have to do this job, but realistically speaking we do, and we have to just keep getting the work done, get pushed through and save as many animals as possible. Insofar as capacity, I suppose that's probably the biggest pressure, is making sure we can get the animals in and getting them safe and getting them into good health and rehabilitate them and get them then to the stage where they then go to their new homes. But the other part of that is finding those homes. We're finding it awfully challenging at times to find homes for some of these dogs, because they're not always the small, cute and fluffy. More often than not, they're the big or the large, or they might have some issues. They've brought some baggage with them. You know, it's not just a physical problem that they may have. There may be emotional and behavioural issues that we have to spend a lot of time working with. And then when we get through that and get them to a certain point, we're trying to find the perfect home, the ideal home for that dog. So just as important as it is for the dog to be the right fit for the person has to be the right fit for the dog. I think the ultimate wish that could help right now is if people are more responsible. So if we had responsible pet ownership, and that people would step up and neuter their own dogs, microchip them and make them traceable, and then care for their own animals, because unfortunately that can be quite challenging to deal with, because we get a lot of animals that are not microchipped, or even though it is a legal obligation to do so. Also breeding, overbreeding, backyard breeders. During COVID, the influx and the demand for puppies increased exponentially, and unfortunately as a result of that a large number of dogs were produced to meet a market, and now everybody, and us included, we're all dealing with the ramifications of that, because there's far too many dogs, not enough homes, and that vicious circle continues. And however well we did before to get ahead of that, now we're set back and we're starting all over again with that problem. So this is Lewis. His mother went into the pound and she ended up giving birth. She had a litter of 6 puppies, but unfortunately only 2 survived. So they were transferred to the ISPCA care the next day. They were surprise puppies because she didn't even look pregnant. So whenever they arrived, unfortunately, mum wasn't able to rear them and they had to be bottle fed. So this is why they're nice and healthy and lively and happy now, aren't you? They need to get their vaccines. So generally they start a vaccine schedule 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then 11 weeks. So we have to make sure that they're fully vaccinated and protected against all the viruses and things that can cause fatality, especially parvovirus and the likes of those. Bottle feeding is very labour intensive and sleep deprivation for staff, but it's worth it to save a little life.